and you're definitely one of the top five applicants. I've had almost 40 plus applicants so far. The role is at $500 USD per month. The inbox manager will get a $5 commission for each meeting sit. So where are you calling from, Munir?
I'm from Bangladesh. I'm in the capital.
What's the capital?
The capital name is Dhaka. Have you heard the name?
Yeah, I've heard it, but I'm not too familiar with it. Of course, I know Bangladesh.
Where are you located?
So I'm in Vancouver, Canada. This is where I was born and raised. So actually, we'll start off by giving you a quick introduction and background to myself. But wanted to say thank you for submitting your video messages and answering all the questions. We really appreciate you taking the time to do that. Makes this interview process a lot easier. I'm conducting interviews back to back this morning and yesterday as well. So it's great to meet you and get a little bit more insight. And forgive me, I've reviewed like 40 applicants and I have gone through your details quite thoroughly, but later on, maybe you can give me an introduction just as a refresher to bring me up to speed. So yeah, so I'm from Vancouver, Canada. I'm running the agency here. Of course, it's fully remote. But to give you a bit of background on my career, back in school, my background's in sales and business development. And so actually, before I went to university, I played 1 year of college volleyball before going to UBC in Vancouver, which is the top university here in Western Canada. And then that's when I got my sales background started. I started selling kitchen knives door to door in school to help fund my education. And I reached the highest level of sales in the company and sold over $100,000 of knives. And then after university, I went into various sales roles. And my longest role was as an art auctioneer and gallery director for around 5 or 6 years. And I oversaw a team of art sales associates, and of course ran art auctions and sold fine art direct personal sales. So me and my team sold up to $10 million just around $10 million in fine art. So I had a pretty big success there. And from there, I moved into sales and business development consulting to carry that success over. Landed in a role as head of business development at a mobile gaming app here in Vancouver, but it was backed by Snapchat. So that's kind of where I got my lead generation started. Of course, I always generated leads throughout my sales career, but this one specifically, we focused on cold email to help the company raise funds from investors. So was looking for and reaching out to influential investors and institutional investors. And my leads led the company to raising money, closed the CEO tender. They also closed a co-founder of Zynga, who invested in the company. Zynga is the first $1 billion valued social media gaming developer. And they also secured an investment from their first institutional investor, Lightspeed, which is one of the biggest Silicon Valley investors right beside Sequoia Capital and A16Z, if you're familiar with those VC firms. So had some big success there and carried over. So I really went hard into lead gen with cold email in B2B and started off as freelancing and did a big contract for a financial consulting firm in the US. And with that company, I was able to book them over 200 calls, generated them over $1 million in new revenue. So from there, I started forming a team about 2 years ago, and about 1 year ago, formally formed a Hajmatic agency to provide this cold email B2B lead gen service. So did you get a chance to check out the website?
Yes, I got a chance to check out the website. Yes, I did go through the
Very
website.
cool. I'm just going to highlight a few things because can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. So you're probably pretty familiar, especially with your background on kind of what we do. We are generating leads for B2B businesses. We have a bunch of clients that we've already worked with. And our real focus is saving our clients time on all these time-sucking activities in the prospecting stage that you're all too familiar with, right? Lead list building and cold outreach and scheduling, going back and forth, etc., so that our clients can really focus their time on revenue generating activity, so they get more time selling by using Hajimatic as their B2B lead engine. So we have a bunch of video testimonials and some written testimonials down below, and a bunch of case studies here. So I just want to highlight because we've had some really incredible results. As I mentioned, the financial consulting firm, over 200 calls booked. In the first 2 months, we brought them over $200,000 in new revenue. We also worked with a payment processing company, over 110 calls booked for them. Insurance, over 86 calls booked for them. This was a startup fundraising we did for the mobile app that I mentioned. So right now we have 3 clients, and 2 of them are SaaS, and 1 it has a payment solution. And then, of course, are you able to hear me? Just wanted to check if my
I can hear you.
okay. Yeah, so we have 2 SaaS and 1 in payments. Has an incredible payment solution, and of course, the agency Hajimatic itself, I kind of consider as its own client because we do cold email campaigns to get new clients as well. So the SDR inbox manager will be responsible for managing those inboxes of the clients, and then, of course, helping out with the Hajimatic inboxes to help grow the business as well. And our 3 clients, super exciting. One of them has a restaurant software. We're already booking them 10 to 20 meetings per month. And the other 2 clients we just brought on in December, and one has a SaaS for firefighter departments, handling their payroll and scheduling needs. And then the third one is super exciting, is a payment solution. It's a world's first instant refund solution for large retailers and online e-commerce providers. And what's really exciting about that one is the CEO of that company was actually the managing director at JP Morgan. And just about a year ago, he left his super high role to start this company. So huge opportunity for booking calls with him. He has over 20,000 followers on LinkedIn, super well known in the banking and finance industry in New York. So lots of exciting things happening here. And I'm excited to fill the role of the SDR inbox manager to help facilitate getting results for our clients. So that's a bit about me and the agency. Do you want to tell me a bit about you? And then after you give me, or actually, do you have any questions first? Do you have any questions about the agency?
Don't have any question, and I really appreciate that you taking time and explain everything to me. And giving me a quick rundown about your agency, about your experience. I'm glad that maybe I can be a part of your company pretty soon, agency pretty soon. So when it comes to my experience, I started my freelancing career around 5, 6 years back. I started as a cold caller in the beginning. Okay, I used to make cold calls for different kind of agencies like insurance companies, Medicare. Then I worked for Atlas Digital. And Atlas Digital, I used to call chiropractors. They were like selling Facebook marketing service to them. And I was calling chiropractors like every day, 100 or 150 of chiropractors and booking appointments with the closer. That was I used to do. Then I also worked with a company named ITD. There I had to sell internet connection, wow, spectrum. Those are the things that like in the beginning of my career. And then later on, I got to learn a little bit about Facebook marketing. When I got a chance to work with Atlas Digital, they were like selling Facebook services. So I got to learn about Facebook marketing, and I started offering Facebook service to my clients. I started hunting clients in when who are looking for a media buyer. And then I also got to learn about email marketing gradually. And later on, I started focusing on email marketing. Those are looking to generate leads for their agency, quality leads. And then I got to learn about those tools that are currently using like Klaviyo, Mailchimp, and Instantly, Smartlead, Limblist, Rich Inbox. I'm kind of familiar with all those tools. I use those tools in the past. When it comes to scraping, I'm familiar with different kind of website and tools like Polo.io, then ZoomInfo, and Store Leads, and then D7 Lead Finder. I'm familiar with those things, and then Clay as well. I'm not that expert in Clay, but I'm familiar with Clay. A little bit of experience in Clay as well. Okay. And
Can you tell me, sorry to interject, Manir, can you tell me what kind of things you've done in clay? What type of enrichments you've carried out or any activities? Just give me a little.
yeah, I got a chance to work for a guy in America. He was running an agency, and I worked for the guy for 3 months. It was a like short-term project. There was a guy already who was taking care of the clay, and I got a bit of chance. I got a chance to scrape leaves there, filtering the leaves, cleaning the leaves from clay, and upload the lead to the campaign. That's what I used to do. That's why I said that I don't have enough experience in clay, just a little bit of
And so
experience.
just wanted to find out, did you experience any like great benefits by cleaning the lists in clay? And by cleaning, do you mean like making sure that the ICP data is matching, or like what do you mean by cleaning exactly?
Cleaning means the niche that you was targeting, and I had to make sure that those are the perfect niche that we are scraping, and then we need to verify the catch-all email, the risky email.
Let's just talk about cleaning specifically. When you used clay to clean the list, did you find it beneficial to use clay in that way versus like manually cleaning in sheets, by searching and filtering? Was there any benefit in cleaning in clay?
Yeah, I found a little bit of like improvement when it comes to using clay, in terms of manual verifying them. And I also experienced verifying using Million Verifier. That's the tool I use the most, and I also use Reon to verify leads for some of my clients. And when it comes to working for multiple clients, I work for clients in Canada, work for clients in Australia, in America. And when it comes to niches, I worked for a client in American California. He was running a job recruitment agency. And what I used to do, I used to scrape leads through D7 Lead Finder and then upload the lead to the campaign, verifying them, uh, then follow up with the positive lead, book the meeting onto his calendar. That was my responsibility. Pass the lead to the Go High Level CRM. And then from there, the cold caller used to make calls and book the appointment. That was the cold caller job. My job was to like follow up with the leads and pass them to the system, CRM. And then I have experience with an
I'm
assistant.
sorry to interject again. When you say
Yeah.
follow up, what do you mean exactly?
Follow up means there were like couple of sequences set up in the campaign until the lead reply back, like I'm not interested or I'm interested. Then the sequences stop, as you know that. Then if a lead say I'm interested and it stop booking, it stop responding to our calls, stop responding to our email, then I started following up with the lead continuously for 7 days in a row. Okay, until I hear from them, until they say I'm not interested, or until they book the meeting, or until they say okay, I will talk to you guys later. So it worked actually for that client, for that niche. It actually worked. Most of the leads actually, not client, most of the lead, they book the meeting in 7 follow up, in 5 follow up, in 4 follow up. They book the meeting, and that worked. And when it comes to Australian clients, I did work for the Australian for SEO services. He was selling SEO services in his area. He was from Gold Coast, and he was offering SEO in multiple businesses around this area. So my major responsibility was to taking care of the inbox management. If I see any positive lead, just to pass the lead to the CRM, Go High Level, and from there he was like taking care of the lead. He didn't allow me to follow up. He was like only allow me to just pass me the lead. Whenever you see a positive lead, just pass me that, and then I will take care of that. That was my responsibility over there. And then I also worked on a niche like in auto repair, where I help auto repair shop find workers. That agency was like running casual campaign for auto repair shop. So we used to reach out to the auto repair leads and offer them, are you guys looking for A Tech, B Tech technician for your auto repair? We can help you out to find the technician for you. And if they respond back, then the same thing happened over here. We pass the lead, and then the cold caller, the closer, talk to them and book the meeting and run the campaign for them and help them to get workers for them. Okay, that's what I did. And I've also worked in multiple niches. I can't recall all of them right now. Currently, I do have some small project I'm currently working on. I don't have any full-time job right now, so I'm looking for a full-time. And if I get a full-time, then definitely I would love to start working for you, man. And as you mentioned in the uh, in the beginning, I think in the chat, like you were looking for someone full-time for you, I guess, correct?
Yes, absolutely. this is going to be a full-time position. So you're available Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 Eastern. I marked you down as yes. So that's why we're talking today. And I'm just checking my notes, refresh my memory. Did you say something like you had a small project? It's going to be over in 2 weeks. Was that you?
Yes, yes, that's me. That's me.
Okay. Okay, cool. So no other commitments at the moment. And refresh my memory if you already did you share, um, some of the results that you have in these email campaigns that you ran?
I shared testimonials with you.
Be able to show me do you have any, results that you can show me just offhand, or do you have your Instantly or Smart Lead?
Currently, I don't have the access of my previous clients. Maybe I have some screenshot. I have to look for them. If I find it, then I will share that with you in the messenger. Not a problem.
No problem. I just wanted to see it.
And one more thing, I forgot. I also shared you my Upwork profile link, if you remember.
Yes. Yeah. I think I took a quick look, which is great. And you're definitely one of the top 5 applicants. I've had almost 40 plus applicants so far, just so you're aware. And I'll just give you some background of where I'm at right now. Ideally,
I forgot. I'm sorry to interrupt. I forgot to mention one thing. I've also experienced with setting up Google Workspace email account with proper DNS record to make sure the email deliverability, GMARC, DKIM, SPF, those are the things. I have experience with that as well with Google Workspace and Office 365. Okay, and I also help my client to get Google reseller account. As you know that Google is charging like $6-7 for each email. I can help my client to get like a reseller account in $3. That's what I can do. And can help them also Office 365, Microsoft email as well. And I can also help you to get Apollo leads. Those are the things I forgot to mention. Now you can share.
thank you. And so let me just quiz you on how you do that. Apollo leads. How do you get Apollo leads? Are you able to export them?
Yes, I can export them. Normally, what happens under here, like Apollo charging like around $100 for 2,000 leads per month. And I can help you to get 10K Apollo leads in only $30. All you have to do is just open a free account. You don't have to subscribe to Apollo, do the filters, whatever niche you are targeting, and share me the URL link, and then I can establish it from there.
And there was one other thing you had just mentioned there that I wanted to ask you about. So you can scrape leads and the resellers. Of course, we use reseller accounts and Google Outlook reseller accounts. And so how do you source, or are you able to set them up yourself? Or are you a reseller?
I can set them up for myself. I know a guy, so he's helping me. Okay, he's helping me to get those accounts, and whatever number of accounts you need, I can help you to get that.
And do you know how someone could become a Google reseller?
To be honest, I didn't do that much of research. I don't have enough idea about that.
I was just curious. Obviously, I have several guys who provide reseller accounts already, but it's good to know that you also have access to someone as well. But can you just give me a little bit more background or on some ideas on how you manage the inboxes? So whether you're receiving, positive and negative replies, you mentioned that you'll follow up report to 7 days in order to try and secure the meeting. Give me a couple minutes, a bit more detail on, how you approach managing the inboxes and trying to secure meetings.
Okay. So there are like 2 ways. One, if you have a CRM and if you have the automation already, what I can do, once the lead respond back saying that he is interested, I can pass the lead to the CRM. Maybe if you have a Go High level CRM, then you can appear a form from there, and I can submit the lead using that form. And once the lead hit the Go High level, from the automation, that lead will get automated text, automated email, reminders, and the whole caller can take it from there. That's one process. And there's another process is if you don't have a CRM, then I can reach out to the lead immediately once I see a positive reply. I can send an email along with your calendar link. Okay, like first 2 or 3 days email will be like, hey, I see you're interested. If you can. If they're possible, can we hop on a call or can we jump on a meeting later this week? Here is the meeting link. That'd be great if you can schedule the meeting, something like that. And second day, if that guy doesn't book the meeting, then again I follow up with a different text, different template. And third, fourth, that's how I started following up. And within 3, 4 days, that guy replied back, either not interested, either book the meeting, or let's say that I will reach you guys later, or 3, 4 months later, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so just wanted to give you an idea of where I'm at. I'd like to have someone start in this role on Monday of this coming week. So that's January 13th. And so I'll be doing my best to respond to everyone to let them know what choice I've made. And I just want you to be aware the role is at $500 USD per month. And for two of the clients, the inbox manager will get a $5 commission for each meeting sit. So you can call it meeting booked, but specifically it's meeting sit, which means that they showed up to the meeting. Because of course, you need to make sure they show up by sending them reminders for the call, and if it's a no-show, follow up with them to reschedule, etc. So the commission is meeting sit. And so I just want to get your feedback because I know that you had some other aspirations, which is totally fine. So what do you think of that? Knowing that this role is at that pay?
Yes, that's not a problem. I have the confidence, I have the skills. I believe once I started working for you, once you know that I have the capabilities, definitely in future, there will be option for me. You will raise that salary, I believe, if you see that potential in me, if I'm not wrong.
Of course, most of the increase in salary will come from the commissions, right? So there could be, we take on additional clients, then there's additional opportunity for bookings. But you can just look at it this way that we typically book something like 10 to 20 meetings per month per client. And some of our past clients, we booked as high as 30, 40 meetings per month. Obviously, there's always a bit of variance depending on how good of an offer our client has or how saturated their offer is in the market. But we know that with a good offer, we know how to position it in order to get good results. So there's definitely room for, increasing your salary. And yes, as we establish a relationship, I would, of course, love to increase the base as long as we're getting the result that we need for the agency. So there's always going to be room to grow. Absolutely. Now, how do you feel about, managing 3, 4, 5 clients' inboxes all at the same time?
That's not a problem. I think I mentioned already, I have experience managing multiple campaign at a time. I can do that. That's not a problem for me. Even if you want me to take care of like multiple screen, I have 2 monitors, I have a laptop, I can do multitask at the same time. That's not a big deal. Okay.
Okay. And now I just want to I always like to identify opportunities for me. And, I appreciate you applying for the SDR inbox manager role because it seems like you have a strong background in managing campaigns. And so, of course, right now I have a campaign manager who handles all those tasks for scraping leads and verifying and uploading them to the campaigns and managing accounts, setting up accounts, etc. But of course, I'll eventually need another person in that role. If you were in that role, how much would you charge to manage per client?
How much why charge?
How much would you want to make? Let's say you were full-time with Cosmetic Agency and your role was to scrape leads. Let's find and scrape leads, make sure they match the ICP, manage the accounts, email accounts, set up the accounts, upload the leads to the campaigns, and make sure the campaigns are running thoroughly with the good reply rate of the inbox placement. And that's your main role. That's just the campaign manager role.
Okay. So let me tell you, I don't have any issue starting with 500 flat and then the commission $5 for each meeting sit. Just to give you a little bit of my background, I used to work in flat rate. I did work on commission base. I also worked flat rate plus commission in the past. As I mentioned, I was a cold caller, and the highest commission that I made from one sale like $700 US dollar, and then in that company my base salary was like $1,500. So in that particular month, I made more than 2,000 when it comes to like having an option to make commission, so there is like motivation is there. You have the like motivation to work harder to so that you can make more. Okay, and I don't have any issue starting with 500 USD per month plus that upward offer that you just gave me. I have no problem with that. I can start with that. It's been nice talking with you as well, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you, man. Have a great day.
Thank you, Manir. Have a good one
Yeah.
too. Bye.
Bye bye.